Imagine if all you're ever going to be able to do is dream about what you'd do with a normal brain. You just sit in your chair thinking about what it's like to move, what it's like to not be stuck. I'm being me over here, and it's like I'm intimately farting in an elevator. I'm moving around this puppet at 7 in the morning, and I'm venting about all the stuff I've bottled up over the week. Is that someone you'd like to hang out with right now? Probably not. Usually only social workers would see these kinds of rants in person, and they're literally paid to be there. You're here for free, and I'm just shitting all over the place. I'm shitting on reality, the tetragrammaton, karma, samsara, Shiva, science, logic, reason, wisdom, and just about everything you hold dear so I can have the release I've been craving my entire life. I'm working on my theory of everything so I can make sense of the hatred and suffering that's static and irrelevant to any kindness I offer. A while back I tried to overdose on beta blockers and I almost stopped my heart. It's possible that I hurt my brain when I did that. It was something around 3 or 4 years ago. I went to a psych ward where they called me autistic, said I might be schizoid, and I misremembered that as them saying I was schizotypal. So I go around saying I'm schizotypal, like a bipolar with delusions and hallucinations, and I try and get on disability. You see, I found that they take 7 months to 2 years, and I didn't have that much rent money, so I went back to my old job. Over there, I had the same muscle memory, so it was easy to hide that I had these blackouts, and I kept forgetting where I was or what time of year it was. Earlier today, I was certain that it was November until I looked at the time clock. Anyways, it became quickly apparent that this was the only job I'd ever be able to do. Everything else would have to be passion projects that wouldn't make me any money. I can't do YouTube for money. It's not gonna happen. On a charisma level, on a consistency level, it's fundamentally impossible unless I have such a well-oiled machine of a team that my existence is enough. I'm talking about those kinds of channels that take live stream footage and have editors trim it all down in a nice bite-sized entertainment. Or like having a whole camera crew in an animation studio. I'd like it if I could wear a GoPro in my footage. Have an editor silhouette me with this GoPro on my forehead. The GoPro footage is in the silhouette. And on top of that, there's this animation that cuts between multiple poses and faces, timed my audio, exported on a green screen, and dragged over the footage to loosely cover up that silhouette. My moving mouth could be animated to disappear and reappear with my body turning, with smear frames and everything, exported over green screens and dragged over that footage. I'm thinking this kind of thing is something I'd never see before in my entire life. Like, I want to make movies. Movies with shots that are inspired by classics like Wings of Desire, Blue Velvet, Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, 2001: A Space Odyssey, that kind of stuff. I want to make movies, and I want to take these movies and mute them, categorize each shot by how they make me feel, then arrange them according to the feelings of my story. It would all be abstracted as some kind of screenplay that we'd found each and every movie upon. Like, I have a masterpiece in my head. It's about a person that I'll describe as an anti-psychic. She has a brain that hallucinates a perfect guess of what a ghost would say if it did exist, whether or not it exists. And she comes to terms with how it doesn't matter if they exist or don't. They might as well exist by that point. At the end, she gets visited by God dressed as Nietzsche to receive a message. It's one sentence. Reality is symbolic. I'll let you chew on that for a little bit. Anyways, remember,